Like, this is my pot stall. It's where we sell pots. I'd barely heard anything about Disney Dreamlight Valley, but when I heard it was like Animal Crossing just with a narrative, I was intrigued. Like many people, I'd obsessively played AC at the beginning of the pandemic, and despite my complicated feelings for Disney, I did have a lot of nostalgia. Plus, I wanted something to stream for my birthday, and this seemed a suitable option. Little did I know that between the compelling storyline and the appealing aesthetics, I was going to be completely hooked. More on those in later videos, but once hooked, I had simply one objective: get rid of all the hideous orange signs. Basically, these signs are what you use to upgrade buildings, and I think they're absolutely hideous. But the only way to get rid of them is to earn a bunch of money, and in typical Aaron fashion, it wasn't enough for me to just earn money. First, I wanted a massive pumpkin patch, because it's October. What kind of heathen do you think I am? How else would I make money? Second, I wanted 1,000,000 of goofy star coins all at once. Then, I needed to see my entire inventory full of pumpkins. I just needed the aesthetics of it all. As my pumpkin patch approached 600 though, I started to get worried, because I'd heard people had huge plots disappear, and I was worried that, just knowing my luck, the game was going to bug out when I went to sell it. So, let's harvest my final pumpkins, and if all goes well, have 1,000,000 Starcoin Valley tour. I was going to have a spiel about how I'm a self-made millionaire, but then I remembered that I've kept the game logged in for hours so that my animal servant would not go to sleep and could help me with all of my pumpkins. I'm so scared the game's going to break. I haven't explicitly asked if anybody else has done this, nor have I researched if anybody else has done this. But, yeah, I'm scared. Getting a lot of bonus pumpkins. Very excited about this. The goal is not just to get 1,000,000 at this point. I want to have my entire inventory full of pumpkins. Then I will sell all of my pumpkins to Goofy. I didn't plant as many seeds this time around, so I'm not expecting to get that many. But I'm curious how many I'm going to pick. I do have a couple that I'm leaving out as decoration, so I know that there's going to be comments, you forgot one. No, there's some that I'm leaving around deliberately. These are the existing pumpkins from previous runs. I'm hoping I have enough to fill my inventory off of this, or else I'm going to have to do this tomorrow as well. I do find that it's best to stop and collect these every once in a while, because if you wait until the sparkles wear off and you have to pick them up individually with the X button, it is freaking annoying. I'm playing on PC with the PlayStation controller, which is why I'm saying X button. I need to find my Switch Pro controller, because I actually think I prefer the hand feel on that a little bit better, but PlayStation 5 controller is pretty nice too. I've actually never used my PlayStation 5 for anything. I've only used it as a PlayStation 5, I've only used a controller on my PC. And there's a reason for it. It's because I was obsessed with Horizon Zero Dawn, and I got the PlayStation 5 to play the sequel, but like, I am going to be so upset if the sequel sucks, and I've just had such a bad 2 years. I cannot tolerate the idea of my favorite game having a shitty sequel. So, I haven't turned it on yet, because what other game would I play, you know? I have a good feeling about this. I'm hoping that I'm gonna have enough pumpkins. Please. Everybody cross your fingers and hope that I get enough pumpkins in this run and don't have to do some more. I mean, I'm going to plant more pumpkins anyway because, you know, there's a lot of pretty things that I need. I'll leave the memories for last because they take so freaking long. I wish you could just collect them and then open them later, or mass open them somehow. I don't necessarily know that this is what the developers intended you to do with the game, though. Still, they should have planned for me doing this. I say about an early access game. Jesus, I'm so picky sometimes. I wish the AI for this gathering was a little bit better, because when you have a big field, they just don't do it in any type of intelligent fashion. Every once in a while, they just stop and think. Probably because the field is so big and it's got so much other shit going on. I also like gathering with my butt, or at least back asswards. See, like that. That's very, very poor AI. And like, a lot of the AI in this game is super good, so it's kind of surprising. Makes me suspect they haven't spent a lot of time on this particular facet of AI. She's like, this is a decorative pumpkin. I love the way it looks there. A lot of those are decorative. Oh no, don't just completely switch directions midway. What I suspect happens sometimes is because I'm using a wireless controller, it thinks that I have stopped hitting the button, and then, Jesus, she scared the shit out of me. She usually spends most of the night creeping around outside of Merlin's place, so I really did not expect to see her there. Good feeling about my inventory being full. But first, bigger priorities. I have enough pen stamens for a single trellis. Putting my flowers away first because I'm scared. Wait, well-fed increases your movement speed? How am I just learning this? I've been playing this game for like so many hours. Sell the things that are not pumpkins. I think it's gonna be close. Oh crap. Oh, it's gonna be close. No, we're fine. It's everything I thought it would be. Now to see how much it sells for. All of them are full stacks. God, I'm gonna be so upset if I find out in editing that there's not one of them's not a full stack. There's my million. I know it's just a game, but it's just very exciting. Such a pretty number. 1.3 million. Please don't break. God, that's beautiful. So as you can see, I haven't exactly prioritized the interior of my house. However, I have prioritized my outfits. I did actually decorate one room, sort of, but it's mostly just my favorite items are just on the walls, kinda. I never spend any time in here. I do everything out in the world, so like the world is intensely decorated, but the inside of the house, not at all. Here's outside. The first thing you always see is Merlin, because for some reason he's always up my shit. Let me start out by the entranceway of my house. I have a bunch of pumpkins, because A, I am a pumpkin monarch, and B, it's, you know, my festive decorations for autumn. This is kind of like my autumn layout. I've decided a seasonal layout, so this is the one for autumn. Over here, we have the little, this is my little hot tub quarter. I've got a little foliage thingy, topiary jazz, and just some other things that I think are super cute. I've got a lot of books over here, and I know, like, I get it, books outside. Like I said, I'm not going to be spending much time inside, so I have a lot of things that I like outside, and I love reading outside. So, like, I love the idea of just sitting on this cute little bench and reading a bunch of books next to my pumpkin farm. I think that's super cute. So, you know, these are magical books that are treated so they don't get damaged in the rain. This bike I have like 4 of now because it's so freaking cute. I want to leave everywhere. And same with the birdhouse. I love the birdhouses. So over here we've got like the spooky part of my Halloween decorations, and you can see a lot of characters have quests ready. I'm going to be doing a stream on Monday that is all of the level 10 friendship quests that I have available right now, so be sure to check that out on Twitch. I may co-stream to YouTube, we shall see. But so this is the like spooky decorations for Halloween. I loved those 2 trees, but they are kind of a pain in the ass to walk around, so I just kind of wanted them over here by themselves. And then same deal with these little coffin jazzes. As you could probably see in the footage earlier from when I was doing pumpkin farms, I used to have the whole thing pumpkins. Oh crap, I didn't even tell y'all about my favorite part. Y'all are probably like, hey, how did you show us this area and not mention the waterfalls? I'm using these waterfalls in a lot of different areas as kind of a like divider or a separator. Kind of like those walls that hide the expensive houses from the highway and vice versa. But it makes for really cute screenshots when I'm taking them, because like, you know, that's cute. It's like way cuter than like the like randomness that's back there. You probably noticed in the pumpkin footage from the beginning, when I was trying to farm all of the million, I had like pumpkins all throughout this area, but I'm gradually cutting away at the area that is set aside for farming, and I am putting things that I find cute there. I've got this little area that's just like farm equipment and little sacks and things like that. It's my little entryway to my garden. I haven't really decorated this area next to Scrooge's too much, so that's kind of like my next priority. I have this decorated as kind of like my entrance, because like a lot of times you come up to this area from like here, so I've kind of set it up as an entrance with these little banners here. I got this little area that looks like a little area where you could sit and do your potting, and then here's my other setup of pumpkins. Next to me, the only person that is allowed to be near me is Wally's farm. A, because it fits aesthetically, and B, because Wally, and also that stuff's close, so I harvest it all at once. I want to put some more like soil and stuff up here now, but I believe it or not, I keep going through soil like crazy because I really love this ground. Let me teach you all a little trick that I have. So if you notice this topiary right here, it kind of just looks like it's sitting on the ground. It's really hard to tell because of the shadowing. It's like just sitting on the ground. I actually put one of the paths underneath this one around the edges because it just looks like it's actually been embedded into the ground, and I like putting that under things at various areas to kind of make them more like realistically incorporated. So then I have 2 paths over here. So I've got the like high street path that is Scrooge's, and you can see I've bought out Scrooge today, and then Remy's. Then you've got the other path that's the more naturalistic path next to it, and this is just kind of like a cute little area of shops and stalls, and like I put a bunch of flowers like impatiens and stuff like that. I don't like it. I wish you could stop things from spawning, because I just like this area to be my impatiens and my other things, penstemons, whatever they're called. Just got a little table set up for people can hang out, and then just little cutesy another like screenshot areas. I have this little hidden well over here. Another cute little item. I have Mickey and Minnie hid away over here. I mostly just wanted them out of the way so I could get my my pumpkin farm up. But then I really didn't want them to be looking at the back of Remy's and Scrooge's, so that is when I had kind of gotten the idea to start using the waterfalls. And I've got this little area that's like a little cooperative planting setup that's right across the street from Mickey and Minnie. And again, I love how, because you've got these things set up, the little waterfalls, you can take your screenshots and it doesn't look like you're just like standing right behind. If you do the angles right, you can hide the fact that Scrooge and Remy are right back there. So I've got a bunch more of those that I'm going to probably be using in similar ways throughout the area. Now, I haven't done that much outside of the plaza. I have done a little bit in Forest of Valor, a little bit in Dazzle Beach, and I've done a little bit in Sunlit Plateau. Yeah. And a tiny bit in the Peaceful Meadow, but that's mostly just where I'm stashing items that I like a lot, but don't know what to do with. So over here, this is the little hot tub area for Kristoff, and he's got the little snow family to remind him of, you know, things that he likes, like snow people, I guess. I have this Well of Souls over here because it's kind of like, you know, that's for the villains to hot tub in if they like prefer that experience. And I love this thing. I've got it next to the hot tub that's at my house too, the little robe hanging up. I think that's cute. Then I just put a little snow house here too, because I didn't want it to be all the way up in the snow area, because I haven't really decorated much up there yet. I don't even remember what it's called. And then his sled. I'm going to move his sled or duplicate his sled and put it near me towards winter time. If this video does well, I'll probably share an update every once in a while with what my town looks like. The other videos that I have planned for Dreamlight Valley at this point in time is, like I said, I'm going to do the level 10 friendship quests on stream, and then I'm probably going to do videos where I talk about like philosophy and themes, and I don't know, I just analyze the quests. At the moment, I'm calling that the philosophy of Dreamlight Valley. I don't know if that's what I'm gonna stick with, because I'm not like a philosopher. But anyway, this is the beach area that I have set up. First up, you got a cute little Zen garden. Love that. I thought that was really cute. I like envisioning little stories for the areas that I set up. So in my mind, Moana comes off of her boat and she's got all of her fishes, which you then bring over here and you cook them. And I want to get some chairs to leave out here. Oh, actually, I have another chair to leave here. My short seat. I don't really have any seats that quite look right out here, but these don't look terrible. And obviously I have the Little Mermaid set because it's just so cute, and I love how that bubbles. And like I said, I don't use anything like I was saying, the narrative here is that you come off of is that you get the fish from Moana's boat, and then you cook it at the little area here where you've got the grilling area set up, and you've got some grilled coconut to eat with it too. And then you come back over here and you listen to the radio and you eat with some friends, and you get to look at the orb thing, and you get to look at the floating rock in space and the ocean and the cave entrance, and it's a pretty little freaking place. That's the thought, at least. I don't know if anybody cares about this as much as I do, but I make narratives. Other than just stashing houses down the rest of the area, I haven't done much else. So let's go to the other area that I have done. We'll finish up with the Meadow because I have some of the biggest items there, but I have a tiny little display set up here. So I added like the crate, and I added the pampas grass and this little heater thing and these flowers to kind of just add a little bit of life to this area. And then the outhouse, kind of, you have to put the shitter near Scar, like where else is it gonna go? Okay, so the Meadow I've done a little bit of work into. I've mostly been taking stuff out of here to use other places. I have this little thing that I got. It's apparently in the Wreck-It Ralph collection. I just think it's kind of cool looking. I don't really have anything that matches it aesthetically, which is why it's just here by itself, and with Wally's, I'm sorry, it's hideous, area. Try and feed this bunny. I didn't realize at first that like how feeding things worked, so I really wasn't feeding the critters. Oh, I was hoping for a motif. So I got the up balloon here because I like the way it looks in the screenshots in the background. It's freaking enormous though. And then this fountain, which is enormous too. And I had just gotten done making this fountain when the other one happened, but I kind of love the way they look both in a row like this. So I kind of just like decorated that little way. And then I have the little, what I call the founder's table over here, which is just kind of where I've got some of the expensive looking stuff just set up. Eventually I'm gonna move some more stuff over there as I unlock some more stuff and just kind of decorate it more thoroughly. Like I mentioned, this next Monday on stream, I'm going to go over a lot of these quests. The quests that I have something interesting to say about, I will probably be doing my own video on them. I'm not really sure if this is still early access. I've never really done content for an early access game before, so I'm not really sure what it's gonna look look like. It's probably going to be very minimally edited, quickly released stuff, but that's up for the future. If this video is popular, if you guys are interested in it, I will probably do a like seasonal update with what my little realm is looking like, and something along those lines. I also have a lot of fashion in this game. I'm very much a fashionista in this game, so if you want to see my looks, that kind of thing, that's doable as well. These videos, like I said, are kind of designed as a... Oh wait, I forgot all about this little area. I also have this little area over here that's kind of like my autumn harvest stall. It's like, this is my pot stall. It's where we sell pots. I thought it was a funny pun. I absolutely love this freaking... What is this called? This little pumpkin corn divider thing is like one of my favorite things that came out of the recent content. Absolutely stunning. Love it. Yeah. One of my favorite things about this game is just the views of everything overlooking everything else. Oh, this is the current state of my... This is the current state of my fountain, if you're unfamiliar. This is the current state of my well. If you're unfamiliar, this actually grows and develops as the longer you play. I think it relates to how many played hours you have. I believe that's what they have said in the group Discord thing. Which if you play this game and you're not in the Discord, I played for a while before I joined the Discord, and I do not know why I waited so long. But I just kind of love the way the town looks as I run down it as well. If you're coming here and this is the first you're knowing of me, you didn't come here from my main channel. This is my second channel. I do have a main channel where I do commentary and lifestyle style content, and if any of that interests you, please check out that. I also stream on Twitch, I'm on TikTok and Instagram. I'm everywhere. I do a little bit of everything. I guarantee you, if you're into something, I probably do it someplace. Won't go that far. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.